Bobby and JG Radio. We have some new guests here on our show this Sunday. It's New Frontiers Charter School. We have Mr. Pesina and Mr. Segura. This is the principal, and I'm just going to put it out there that I'm not in trouble. He just came on his own accord just to hang out with us. It's the first time that I actually feel kind of comfortable with standing right next to or in front of a principal. But I'll talk a little bit about Mr. Pesina, Ruben Pesina. He's a San Antonio native, has a bachelor's degrees in poli-sci, master's in arts degree in education leadership. He's a principal at the New Frontiers Charter School. We also have Alfredo Segura, originally from Cotulla, right outside of Laredo. Been working with education since 1998, and he's a CEO and superintendent of this New Frontiers Charter School here in the San Antonio metro area. So first, I want to thank you gentlemen for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
Really excited to talk about this education because I think it's really important. It's a full immersion, and we're going to get into that right now. But let's start by just telling us as much as you can about the New Frontiers Charter School.
Who is New Frontiers Charter School? New Frontiers Charter School has been around since 1998. We are what's called a second-generation charter. What that means is from the State Board of Education, we were the second batch that got approved to facilitate as a public school. And let me stress public school. Mm-hmm. So since 1998, we've been a community-based school in the south side of San Antonio, and we have our boundaries of Bexar County and then a second boundary extending even further than that.
Wow.
How many students are attending your schools right now?
Last year, we had approximately 713.
Oh, wow.
And for this year, we're anticipating about 800.
And what are the grade levels that you guys are actually dealing with?
Well, we serve K through 11.
K through 11.
Yes, sir.
What happens with 12?
Well, we started our early college high school, and when we first started 2 years ago, we started with the 9th grade inaugural class.
Right.
Last year we had a 10th grade, and then this year we're adding 11th grade.
I got you.
So you're
going up.
Year.
You're going up with the students.
Yes, sir.
Every child matriculates every year, and so
that's awesome. So they'll be the first class next year.
Our first cohort group would be 17, 18 for
that's
graduation.
Awesome. Cool.
Awesome.
It's
But
a big responsibility.
You guys have multiple locations, right?
We have two.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are they located?
One is located at 4018 South Presa. That's our main campus. And then the other one is located at 1400 West Villaret Boulevard, which is the same location as Palo Alto.
So they're at the Palo Alto College.
Yes, sir, they are.
That's what makes us unique.
It's real unique, yeah. That's a full, that's
so our students are actually in college.
In college.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a pathway to college and say, well, we want to get you to college. We want to get our students through college.
Let's talk a little bit. What are your backgrounds? How did you guys get into this?
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in political science.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make a difference. And I thought I'd make a difference by being a lawyer. And then I realized, then I realized I really wasn't making a difference. I didn't actually get into law school, and I just thought about, well, let's look at something else. And education was where it's at. And I think that's really where I can give back to the community.
Definitely.
I'm from the south side. My campus, which is the campus on Presa Street, is actually located about 2 miles away from my paternal grandparents' home and my maternal grandparents' home. And I just feel like I'm at home.
For sure.
Right. So we're local. I've worked in a lot of school districts, and it's about as local as you can get for me.
For sure.
So,
and you're seeing an impact directly with the children. So, I'm the same way like you. I have to see the fruits of my labor. You know,
right.
I'm not the type of step away and give money at a charity event and bid on a Spurs jersey type of guy. It's
but
like
if it's a Spurs jersey, you're
but I'm still going to get the Spurs jersey. I'm just not going to feel as fulfilled as I would be if I was actually getting direct access to some change in the San Antonio metro area for sure.
So what we're doing this year, we're really focusing on impacting generations, one student at a time with purpose.
Sure.
And there's just no other way to actually impact a community than through education.
Right. And Mr. Segura, tell me how you.
Absolutely. Well, I think for me as well, it was about that purpose. So growing up in a family of migrant workers, where my father had a 7th grade, 6th grade education, as well as my mother. So I was first generation to graduate from high school, let alone go to college, seek higher education. And so it became a purpose for me. And so at first I was in banking. And so I worked in banking for a while. But I felt that I was not getting the satisfaction. It was all about myself instead of others.
Sure.
And so I said, there has to be a bigger purpose. So I got into education, and slowly but surely we built New Frontiers Charter School.
So reformed banker and a reformed lawyer making a difference in San Antonio. Okay, I like it. Now I have a story to tell. I'm a quick takeaway. Is there a cost to attend these schools?
No, there's not a cost. We are a public institution, which means there's zero
cost. And for more information about this awesome new charter school, you go to newfrontierscharter.org. Again, that's newfrontierscharter.org. You can email at info@newfrontierscharter.org or call them directly at 210-533-3655. Again, that's 533-3655. We're going to take a quick break to talk to our show partners. Actually, right now it's Mortgage Matters with Trevor Morton, our weekly edition. And we're going to come back and we're going to still talk to Mr. Segura and Mr. Pesina about how these schools are funded and some other ways that you can get involved with this great organization. We'll take a quick break. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and go to be a fan of our show at BobbyandGJRadio.com.